Either he get his mind not on the job.
Here we go then, the Group 1 feature. Richard.
4 runners for the Juddmonte International, part of the British Champion Series, £1 million. 4 runners released from the gates. A bit of a nudge from Paddington to the Foxes, and Mostahdaf is going forward. So Mostahdaf, those tactics were suggested beforehand, and they have been adopted by Frankie Dettori in the blue and white colours. Mostahdaf cuts out the early running. 2 lengths back to Paddington, who is in second place. Nashwa Green Jacket is in third, and the Foxes, after that nudge at the start, is last of the quartet. So out in the lead is Mostahdaf. Paddington, 2 lengths away in second place, as Frankie Dettori now just tries to steady down slightly. Third is Nashwa, and the Foxes in fourth place. Racing down the back straight, down the side of the racecourse, Mostahdaf still pressing on, however. 3 lengths back to Paddington in second place. Nashwa is 2 lengths away, and the Foxes is in fourth, as Mostahdaf still just staying off the inside running rail. Has the lead, and that lead is 3 lengths over Paddington. Nashwa just a little bit keen in third in green and white colours, and the Foxes content to watch on at the rear. So Frankie not just leading on Mostahdaf, but setting a reasonable gallop here, and the gap to Paddington is round about 3 lengths as they continue their progress towards the home turn. Third place is Nashwa, and in fourth is the Foxes, as Mostahdaf a check of the mirrors for Frankie Dettori. Paddington just being shaken up by Ryan Moore, still 3 lengths down. Nashwa is in third place and the Foxes is in fourth. Mostahdaf, Frankie still sitting quietly. Ryan just asking Paddington to close, and is doing so to within 2 lengths. Nashwa is in third place, and then waving the tail at the moment is the Foxes. Mostahdaf still held together out in front. Paddington now being gathered together for his challenge, just hanging slightly. Nashwa trying to join in as well. Paddington switching to the other side of Mostahdaf to now deliver a more telling challenge. Still over on the far side is Nashwa. Paddington really having to dig in here. Mostahdaf still has the lead. Nashwa back in third. Mostahdaf by a length or so. Paddington back to the boards, trying to close, but Mostahdaf at the moment is holding on. Paddington trying to launch one final challenge, but it's Mostahdaf who wins the Juddmonte International. Nashwa might be up for second ahead of Paddington, and in fourth place the Foxes. Mostahdaf for Frankie Dettori makes all to win the Juddmonte. And as much as the tactical masterclass from Ryan Moore in the previous contest, hats off for Frankie Dettori, because not only did he adopt those tactics, he was committed to them, and Paddington could never get to him, and eventually was mugged for second by Nashwa. Mostahdaf, winner of the Prince of Wales, is Frankie Dettori salutes the crowd, having ridden another winner of the Juddmonte International, but the first one for a little while in his sign-off season at York. One of the biggest prizes of the week goes the way of Frankie Dettori for John and Thady Gosden, who have a 1-2 in the Juddmonte International.
Which is some achievement for the Gosdens. Mostahdaf beats Nashwa, Paddington back in third, in what was a captivating Juddmonte International, Jason.
Well, Dettori, look at that, the point, the fist pump. He was spectacular. He's gone from going a million on Gregory to timing things to a nicety on a horse who was off the back of the career best last time. He's gone and produced again a thriller. I thought, was Ryan going to get him momentarily?
Oh, I don't know, but I feel like it was brave from Frankie, because he led, but he didn't hang around. I think there's a temptation when you get to the front to think, oh, I'll just maybe slow it down a bit, I'll just fill up the petrol tank before I sprint for home. I think the fractionals were very solid. I think he knew his horse was going to see it all the way out to the line, and I think he said, Paddington, come and get me if you're good enough. And
I honestly thought Mostahdaf would lack the kind of speed that you need at York, because if they go quite slow and it turns into a sprint, so what would you do, Francesco? Go forward. But you have to say, he's just kept going.
And if we saw, everybody else saw what he can be like in the mornings. They saddled him early over in the stables, they walked him across much calmer. He's getting better. Mentally, he's getting better.
They've really found the key to him by keeping him nice and fresh and giving him big breaks in between each run.
I think it was clever what they did by bringing him over late. I didn't even get a chance to catch up with him in the paddock, because they'd taken him out onto the track. They kept him away from the others. He's clearly a character, but when channeled in the right direction, his mind's on the job. He is one talented individual.
And full marks to the Gosdens. One for taking on Paddington when others ran scared, so to speak, and for doing what Sir Henry Cecil did in 2011. He had a 1-2 with twice over at midday. It's a 1-2 for the Gosdens in the Juddmonte International 2023, and for the final time, Frankie will get a reception, having won the Juddmonte. He won it for the first time in 1996 on Halling, then on Singspiel, Saki, Suleimani, and Authorised was his last win 16 years ago. He bows out in his final ride in the race by going one clear, Jason, of Lester Piggott. They were tied on 5 going into this. He finishes on 6, which will mean a bit to him.
Of course, he shared the weighing room with Leicester for many years and used to rib him continuously all the time when wanting to achieve anywhere near what the Longfellow managed. And yeah, this will mean a massive amount to him. Quick line. Must remember, Jim Crowley's been a big part of this horse's career as well, and Jim on the sidelines after that huge back. Ollie.
This was just remarkable from Frankie Dettori, who's ridden so many Group 1s. I'm not sure whether you've ever ridden a Group 1 in these colours before. I'm not sure whether you're sure either, but I'm not sure. But that was some ride, Frankie. Just tell us, who hatched that plan and when was it formed?
It was a team effort. I'm very sorry for Jim that he suspended. This is your horse, buddy, and he helped me out a lot about the characteristic of the horse. I spoke with John at length, and I've studied all these videos, and I thought there's only one way to try to be Paddington is make it a proper gallop, and so I did, and full credit to the horse. I mean, he was superb today.
And were you always happy that you were holding the sort of upper hand in the contest?
Oh yes, you're giving a champion free of £7. You want to be in front of him, not behind him, because when they're going to sprint, to carry £7 more is more difficult to pass him. So he jumped great. I was able to go my own fractions. I just waited till the 2 asked him to go a quick end. Holly was coming on the east side, but he was tremendous.
Given the tactical brilliance you showed, we'll go in here. Sorry, thank you. Given the tactical brilliance you showed there, how much satisfaction has that Group 1 given you?
Yeah, listen, it was a lucky ride. This is Jim's horse. I know he's in my stable, and look, to be the first man to win 6 international, I'm very proud. Beat the great Lester Piggott. This is my last year, and to finish on a high like this, I'm amazing. Look at that.
You got booed last time we saw you on ITV because you didn't give them a flying dismount on a rest. Tell me you're going to do one now.
That'd be good today.
Well done, Frankie.
He said the other day in France when he won the big Group 1, it sunk in that he was retiring. Drink this in, Frankie. In the Shadwell colours, Mostahdaf for the Gosdens has won the Juddmonte International.